Alright, we're back with some more Hellblade Senua Sacrifice. Back to this gate, let us see what is behind it.
Wait. What happens when she...
A mirror.
What?
What happens when she dies?
What happens to us?
What happens to us?
We die too.
Do we die too?
We
I
die
don't
too.
want to die.
I don't want to die.
We'll all die someday.
I don't want to die.
And when everyone's gone, even the gods will die.
I don't want to die. We don't want to die.
I don't want to die.
Senua, stop. Turn back.
Stop.
What?
Stop her.
We're gonna die?
Why is she keep going? Stop.
I get the feeling we're gonna die.
What happens to us?
Why won't she stop?
To die, she would. Stop. Stop.
Oh, they're all worried. They're all worried. They all live in my brain.
I don't want to die.
I'm sorry. I didn't ask you to be a part of me. If you don't want to die with me, then leave me alone.
I don't want to die. Please stop.
What is
Please
this?
stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop.
Please stop.
Please stop.
You'll never come back if you go there.
There is nothing to go back to.
We only have each other now. Don't abandon me.
Everyone suffers. They were right about me.
Listen to me, not them.
They were afraid. Like children scared of the dark.
So was I.
They made up monsters to fill the void. That doesn't make them real.
They made them real.
No!
Follow your soul and let go of the Senua of old.
That's the Ulmi?
There lies your weakness, and the darkness will find it.
That's the Ulmi? This is what my father wanted, for me to get rid of my weakness, the Ulmi. So now all the voices should be gone now.
It's not like the old stories, is it? The noble warrior facing evil in search of victory and honor. Clear dividing lines. No. Oh, this place is not quite like that. It's as if it knows that true torment lies within. Memories you cannot defeat, cannot escape. This is her hell.
Her mom?
Wait. Don't be like this. Turn away, Senua. Turn away, Senua!
You see it, Senua? Do you see the darkness? Faces fear and suffering. You can see it.
I remember it clearly now.
She has nothing to fear anymore. The gods have saved your mother. Through my hand.
You killed her.
This is the will of the gods.
Fuck the gods! You did this to her! Why?
This is what happens when you listen to the voices of the underworld. They crawl into your soul and rot you from the inside. Defy the gods like your mother, and the darkness will come for you too. You understand, son?
they shall die too.
I do understand. You cursed me with your own madness. I was just a child. You created this darkness! You created this darkness so you could hide behind it!
Only suffering brings salvation. It is the way of the gods.
It was all a lie. You are a lie! She didn't defy the gods. She defied you. And so you killed her.
You didn't pray to the gods. You prayed to your mother. Your mother, who was too weak to fight the darkness and abandon you.
You tortured her. You killed her. You are the darkness.
Those rituals, the years of isolation, the pain that still haunts you. It was the only way to fight the curse within you.
That's epic.
Darkness is inside you and it will destroy you.
You're a liar!
No, Senua. The darkness is here. You cannot wish it away. And it will watch as you draw your last dying gasp.
I won't let you kill me!
Ouch.
Surrounded. Behind you.
see through your darkness. You're a liar and a murderer. And if you really are Hela, then I have a sword here that can kill a god.
Ooh. Song in the background, epic too. Where do I go from here though? How do I make sense of all of this?
Look at you. Running forward and moving backwards to wallow in your miserable past.
Gotta say though, Hela is hella ugly.
Searching for Dillion. The same mistake that killed him in the first place. Trying to save you from yourself. You said that it is a lie. The plague of darkness, the butchering of Dillion by the Norsemen. You saw it yourself.
Hi, Mean Squeeze.
You told everyone I was cursed.
How are you? How you doing?
They believed you. I believed you.
Tell me, Senua, where is Dillion so if the darkness is a lie? How you saved him?
It's not good.
He's here. I know he's here. Dillion, I know you're here. Hold on. I'll find you.
Oh boy. Oh wait. No. Oh. Oh. What was behind me? The beast! Freaking dragon! Oh, oh no! Oh no! Where's the other guy? Oh, there! Come on! Senua! Senua! I don't know which chicken to take on first. No! 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 Senua! No! Come on! Where's the other guy? Is he dead now? Oh!
Dillion! Where is he? You're trying to trick me again with your lies. know he's here. You took him from me. You have him.
Dillion is gone. Dillion is dead. Let him go now. I'm warning you.
Oh, that was so
Or
good.
what? What can you do to me that you haven't already? Fight me. Come on.
Oh, come on.
Watch out.
There's too many. Too many.
You betrayed your own father. You betrayed the gods in search of
I didn't see him.
Dillion, in search of love. Look where that's got you. Let go of your battle. Let go of redemption. Let go.
I don't want to let go. I will hold on to my vengeance.
Don't let your darkness hurt anyone else.
Behind you.
There's too many of them. Too many. What do I do? Oh. To be a man. No.
Let go of your battle. You don't have to fight anymore. Careful, Senua.
Oh no. No. Don't tell me it's over.
If you're alive, and there's no darkness, then you never took him from me, did you? And I can't save Dillion. Is that what you want me to believe? After all you've done to me? And to him? You're not a lie, but you're a liar! You crawled into me to confuse me and deceive me. But I know he's here. I know you have him. I'll give you my life. That's what you want, isn't it? My soul. Take it. I'll be a slave for you. I'll fight with you at Ragnarok. If you release him,
I've got nothing left. No fear. No hate. No quest. Nothing. And you will have no power over me.
I learned the hard way to not be afraid of death, Senua. Because a life without loss is one without love. You turn your back on death, and all you can see is the shadow that it casts. The longer you hide from it, the longer the shadow grows until all you can see is darkness. When our time comes, we must look death in the eye and embrace it as a friend. Only then can we let go of our fear. And emerge from our darkness.
Never forget what it is like to see the world as a child, Senua. Every autumn leaf is like a work of art. Every rolling cloud a moving picture. Every day a new story. We too emerge from this magic, like a wave from the ocean, only to return to the sea.
Goodbye, my love.
Do not mourn the waves, the leaves, and the clouds. Even in darkness, the wonder and the beauty of this world never leaves us. It is always there. waiting to be seen again.
Oh no. Oh. It's the rot. The darkness is back. The darkness is back. Wait. What is it? It feels... It's different. It feels... It's okay. Is it okay?
This is where my story once began.
It's different.
And so it has to end here,
It's changed.
because I cannot see further than this.
Follow us. We have another story to tell.
My friend, go with her. This now will be your story to witness. Goodbye.
What?
I know it's hard to tell how mixed up you feel.
I do feel mixed up.
What you need is behind
What?
every door.
How is Hella on the floor? How?
You to change.
What happened?
Everyone has hopes.
What happened at the end?
After all, the feeling sometimes wishing you were someone else, feeling as though you never belong. This feeling is not sadness, this feeling is not joy. I truly understand. Please don't cry now. Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please.
Song is nice.
Please don't leave here.
Red, I have so many questions.
For all the hurt
I
that
have
you
so
feel.
many questions. She let
The
go of
world is
Dylan.
just an illusion.
So what? It was
Trying
off.
to
It was all in her mind.
be
And Hella?
like you are. Well, this is something else. Who would comprehend? But some that do lay claim divine purpose. Blessed
And won over her darkness by letting go of him. She was able to overcome the darkness within. Oh my gosh. And that's what killed Hella?
But I'm still not sure. But what I do know is to us the world
BNB Nation Illusion, aka Sophie Lancaster's song. It is a nice song.
you would know that.
Barbara Blake, hi, how you doing? Welcome in.
Please don't go.
There was no Hella, it was all in her head. All of this was in her head.
Please, please don't leave.
Oh.
I don't want you to hate for all the hurt that you feel. The world
Oh,
is
boy.
just illusion.
Yup, everything in her head.
Change you. Please don't go.
It was her darkness that she beat.
I'm begging you,
Oh my
please.
god, that
Please don't leave here.
she blamed.
I don't want you to change for all the hurt that you feel.
Oh my
This world is
gosh.
just illusion, always trying to change you.
Oh my gosh, this brings up a big issue though. How much of everything is real and how much of everything was in her head? Alright, I'm ahead. Have a good one, mate. Alright, Barbara Blake, take care. Thanks for hopping in, stopping by. Her quilt? Oh my gosh.
Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Please don't leave here. I don't want you to hate.
That brings up an issue because now I don't know how much was real, how much was fake.
The world is just
Would she have died there if she didn't let go of the darkness?
trying to change you. Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm
That's the thing about mental illness, it all seems real.
Oh, please don't leave here.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
I want you to change for all the hurt that you feel.
Oh my gosh.
This world is just illusion, always trying to change you.
Oh my gosh, I'm so confused. So confused. So that was a big twist at the end. Big twist at the end. Are there multiple endings to this? It can't be, right? Like, I was supposed to die at the end, right? I didn't get to fight Hela. Was I supposed to fight Hela? Or was there a chance of me fighting Hela? Special thanks to the ninjas. No, I couldn't fight Hela. There's no more songs, but more credits. Not even close. Couldn't fight Hela. Okay. Alright, I want an explanation of this thing, cause I pretty sure there's a lot more things to this that meets the eye. Like Optimus Prime. I want an explanation of this damn game. I have so much more questions. Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. I wish we got to fight Hela though. Explain, please explain this game to me and what the hell happened. I don't want story recap. I want story explanation and analysis. Yep, that's what I want. Story and ending explain. Is that what? That's 37 minutes.
Do you remember your childhood? Do you recall your blissful naivete? Do you remember your childhood? Do you recall your blissful naivete? How your imagination would fill the waking hours with quests for gold and magical spells? Do you recall how often your imagination would turn against you once the sun went down? When you heard the floorboards creak? Or when that silhouette of your favorite toy suddenly took on a menacing character in the suffocating darkness? It was only when a wiser elder taught us to confront these terrors for what they were, not what we imagined them to be, that the darkness lost its otherworldly power over us. We eventually realized that we were projecting our twisted inner horrors onto something that we couldn't immediately define. For a time, we looked up to our parents and caretakers for this wisdom, for courageously dispelling our fears. It's such a shame that as our consciousness grew in scope, that of our elders seemed to decrease. They seemed to forget the wisdom they once taught us. Instead of eradicating their fear through confrontation, they projected their inner demons onto other people. They did not realize how the criticisms of other people's failings might distract themselves from their own, how their methods of self-preservation from the unknown might intensify the evil they sought to eradicate. Suddenly, their reality became a hell that was almost indistinguishable from the one that kept them awake at night for their entire lives. It seems that they forgot that humans can be just like the monsters we once feared slept beneath our beds. The contents of our personal hells all have the possibility of coming to life if we refuse to confront them honestly. Depending on the person, that inner hell can be of sufficient intensity that outer reality not only matches our inner hell but can take on a supernatural quality. Instead of ideologically possessed zealots burning down our cities, some may perceive lakes of fire, hanging bodies, and deadly ghosts. Such is the case for the protagonist of Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. The titular protagonist suffers from psychosis, a form of mental illness which causes one to question whether the contents of reality are, in fact, real. By living vicariously through Senua's eyes, we see her project the contents of her psychosis-ridden brain into reality. The only way she figures she can go on living is by, as we said, finding some way to confront the contents of her psychosis and eradicate it. This is the basic plot of Hellblade. Senua's psychosis, or darkness as the game refers to it, has made her life a living hell. Pun intended. In the mind of Senua, her darkness is the source of everything wrong in not just her life, but also in the lives of her father and tribesmen. Her presence in the lives of those not afflicted by the darkness was supposedly a bad omen, seemingly confirmed when Senua's tribe and lover, Dillion, were slaughtered by the Northmen, with her entire world ruined.
By the Northmen, is this real or not? How do we know if this isn't a part of her psychosis? Or maybe this caused it? Is he saying that this is what caused the psychosis to begin with?
Senua figured the only way she could survive is if she confronted the source of this darkness, Hela, the goddess of death. By doing
It's real. So this is what triggered it, or yeah, caused it.
Doing so, she hoped to bargain with Hela to bring Dillion back to life and eradicate her darkness forever. Herein lies Hellblade's most genius element. If we cannot trust Senua's perception of reality, then how do we know if the supernatural things she sees are real? Well, here's a better question. What is real? How do you define real? To quote Morpheus from The Matrix, if you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain. According to the famous Swiss psychoanalyst Carl Jung, everything thought, felt, or perceived is a psychic image, and the world itself exists only so far as we are able to produce an image of it. For Senua, being alone and without anybody to dismiss her illusions causes her inner world and outer world to bleed together. Though the result is horrifying, it also has its utility. Senua's confrontation of outer horrors is indistinguishable from her confrontation with inner horrors. By confronting the worst excesses of hell, she will succeed in doing what so many spend their entire lives failing at, courageously overcoming one's inner darkness. The hardest battles are fought in the mind, and the victors of such battles are heralded to such an extent they might as well be gods. Now, even though most human beings do not have psychosis, we do something similar to what Senua does. We have other ways of projecting our inner psychic reality. We do so in the form of myth, and have done so for millennia. For example, the gods of Greek antiquity were gods of love, of sleep, of war, all of which are realities we are slavish to. Think about it. All human beings are mercilessly controlled by the need to love, to sleep, and to act violently. So it would make sense for an ancient pre-scientific culture to characterize these mental processes as gods, things that control less powerful beings. This extends just as well to the Norse gods portrayed in Hellblade. They are mythological representations of inner psychic processes. This is why the game's narrator says that evil can come from the hand behind the gods, a familiar hand cold and cruel. What exactly is that hand which the narrator is trying to describe? What is that undefinable dark hand that reaches up from our unconscious mind and possesses us? For the ancient Norse culture, the concept of gods to describe our unconscious workings was what sufficed, and the hand that created those gods was our own. For example, Hela is the goddess of death. Death is an inescapable archetypal reality, which affects not only our physical state, but our mental state. By personifying death, it would have helped primitives and ancients to understand how we are slaves to this reality of death, and how we must come to terms with it. This goes for the other gods mentioned in the game. Valravn, the god of illusion, represents the human tendency to perceive reality incorrectly, physically or otherwise. It also extends to the locations in the game. The concept of Hell and Helheim are personifications of our inner terror, of the worst possible place we all could find ourselves both physically and mentally. The mythologizing of our unconscious processes, things we don't understand, is universal to all cultures. In regards to gods of death, the Greeks had Thanatos, the Egyptians had Anubis, and Christians have Satan. With these symbols, cultures projected all that is negative about life onto them. They saw them as figures one must fight. The purpose of this, according to Jung, was the consolidation of consciousness. This was the purpose of rite and dogma. They were dams and walls to keep back the dangers of the unconscious, the perils of the soul. By doing this, people didn't have to wrestle with the darkness inside themselves and risk danger to themselves or their community. However, for those that do try to confront their inner darkness, darkness and make sense of it, there is the tendency for the darkness to manipulate one's behavior. This is why the Northmen in Hellblade brutally murdered Senua's tribe as well as her lover Dillion, and trying to make sense out of their inner darkness, that darkness took over their behavior. In order to appease this darkness, they sacrificed living beings to it, in the hopes that the hold this darkness had on their souls would loosen its grip. This is why Senua's inner horror takes the form it does. If Senua's entire life was destroyed by the Northmen, it would make sense to have Senua's unconscious processes take their form. However, because Senua never saw the Northmen when they killed Dillion and her tribe, her perception of them becomes twisted and hellish. The unconscious darkness which plagues Senua is the same darkness that plagues all human beings, but their representation differs from person to person. Yet, it is necessary to represent the darkness in some way so that one may confront it.
Hell will not give you the answers you want, but you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer, because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
In making Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, the developers over at Ninja Theory consulted world-leading neuroscientists and non-profit organizations to properly capture the experience of psychosis and its devastating effects on the human mind. In doing this, these mental health aid ourselves and the world. What is unconscious are the things that we don't know or understand. Because we don't understand, Ninja Theory consulted world-leading neuroscientists and non-profit organizations to properly capture the experience of psychosis and its devastating effects on the human mind. In doing this, these mental health experts must have injected psychological theory into the game's narrative development. The most obvious theory reflects Senua's confrontation with the darkness. That is, Carl Jung's conception of the shadow. In every human mind, there is a conscious side and an unconscious side. What is conscious are things that we know about ourselves and the world. What is unconscious are the things that we don't know or understand. Because we don't understand these unconscious contents, we instinctually vilify and repress them. However, in Carl Jung's mind, because the unconscious is a part of us, we must integrate the contents of our unconscious mind into our conscious mind. This integration is called the confrontation with the shadow. This confrontation, much like Senua's journey, is both an internal process and an external process. By wrestling with the shadow, the dark side of ourselves, and the repulsive aspects of life, we can learn to live with them, bring them under control, and maybe eradicate them, if need be. This will allow our conscious egos to merge with our shadow contents in order to become our ideal self. By overcoming the tribulation the shadow causes us, we grow in character and strength. Senua does so by literally confronting the products of her mind. We do so by figuratively projecting our thoughts and emotions onto the world around us. Despite this one important detail which distinguishes us from Senua, we're not that much different from her. Neither are the characters which surround Senua. The game's narrator comments on this very fact.
But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
Hellblade's developers sought to bring
telling me the
greater
entire
awareness
time.
to mental illness, and in my mind, they did so in spades. They recognized that the medium of video games offers a special opportunity to undermine the stigma surrounding mental health. The interactivity of games allows us to live vicariously through characters in a way that books and movies do not offer. When we control Senua, we, more or less, can become one of her psychic functions, one of the supposed gods that control her. This is why the narrator speaks to the player directly. We are one of the Furies guiding Senua's action. By putting us directly inside the brain of somebody with mental illness, controlling them much in the same way that anxiety or depression might, we begin to realize that the people we have stigmatized are very much like anybody we would consider normal. We are both driven by inner processes we don't yet understand, but we are both seeking to bring them into the light. Once we see how much we have in common, maybe we can learn from one another and create a better world for people of all mental dispositions.
Okay. I think I understand now. I think I understand. Alright, and that is the end of Senua's Hellblade, or Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, the first game. Thank you all for watching, appreciate it a lot. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the video, or to the channel. Thank you so much. And we will move on to Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, on the next video.